Somebody called cctv user has been broadcast to the UK and worldwide right now. That's kind of crazy.
Nice.
I never thought I'd do this, but thank you. But,
Well, thank you, Rain. Thank you for them kind words, buddy. And props to you for being here. It's nice to have you on Twitch.
Now it is, yeah, good. No, I mean, I even caught some people when we were there trying to push the barricade open to get around. It's like, no. There's a line. Don't cross it right now. Someday we might have to cross the line, but one day, that's not today. TNA, cross the line. Wait, what? Where'd that come from? All right, thank you, man. I'll see you around. Yeah, nice A's hat, man. The Sons of Anarchy. It's a great jacket there. Very flashy. Like a great song from a great band called Electric Six from Detroit, Michigan. Dick Valentine is their lead singer. Flashy man. Sorry, thank you. But yeah, that's off of the album Switzerland, I believe. If not, I shall exterminate anything that will make me become a master or something weird. I don't know. But Electric Six, fun band, great band. They made Gay Bar. Stuart and Terry here. Walk in. I'm not sure exactly where yet, but we're going. But yeah, Electric Six is a song that I listened to. Again, I forget what album. It Ain't Punk Rock. And if you know anything about the number 88, yes, it's a anti-Nazi punk rock anthem in a way. It says it ain't punk rock till the punk rockers call it punk rock. The Nazis infiltrated the movement, so they'd be like, this is punk rock. Come see my shitty band, come on, we're punk. Right? Neo-Nazis, sorry. Skinheads. There were some nice ones, right? I guess. I don't know. I was not around them. But yeah. But when the chorus starts going, number 88, number 88, number 88. He goes again and again. He goes, why are the white people filled with hate? Why do all three all just excavate, you know? Because they do that. Why are we? But yeah, sorry. We're walking down. Hey, what street this is? Turning left on Howell. Right across the Residence Inn Marriott. Fuck yeah. Oh, this is me. Oh. See the crowd on the thing. Hello. My cigarette went out. Oh well. Sure, there's a garbage can right somewhere. Sorry I smoked so much. But as you can tell from my screens, and there's the angry, rageful people. Actually, I should probably go more to the back. We got people in the front. Keep an eye on the back. Every day, all day, every day, all day. Fuck the police straight from the underground. I love all the shit Cube and T have been saying online. Hell yeah. I appreciate it, guys. I mean, you guys are, what was it? Are we there yet? Or not, Cube? And you're getting a little family friendly, which is great. You have a family. We need to be family friendly, but fuck yeah. Thank you for putting things on blast and being like, fuck this shit. Because it's fucking done. Me as a white boy. Yeah, me as a white boy in my stupid shit. Oh shit, are we gonna walk right by the rebar? Because if we are, I'm gonna have to talk a lot about the rebar again. It's a very special place. They're shutting down, fortunately. Yeah, got it stopped here. These guys coming on up. All these people in the back. Got the bike line in the back. Got somebody driving on back. Cool. Awesome. Thank you guys. Woo-hoo. Thanks for the support. Yes. Alright. I wish I could whistle like that. I'll land. And look at this right here.
Hope you guys are enjoying the stream tonight. I know it's a little bit different to what we normally do with the multicam feeds, but Dan was good enough to do this for us.
It is right here. Again, the rebar is a beautiful place. Yeah. You go that way. Thank you, Tesla. Unless that's Raz, but Raz has a white Tesla. Yeah, go that way, guys. This has behind us. white Tesla. Yeah, go that way. Go that way, guys. Keep the back lit up. So no cars decide to come on through, and if they do, whatever. I'll fucking film it. Yeah. Music. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for understanding. Sorry for interrupting your day. Sorry for interrupting your day, guys. Thank you, sir. Sorry for interrupting your day. Maybe I should be a Canadian. Sorry. 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 I can't, you know. Love my Canadian friends. Again, Big Cat Scott Henson. Love the Canadian. He has some stupid, jokey opinions sometimes, but I believe he has a very good heart. Walking back up. What is this street again? Oh yeah, Olive and Bourne. Olive and Bourne. Oh, let me reply to my where's my slash? I said it's in my coworker link to my stream so you can watch us. Alright, again, the path back is all uphill. I'll be hungry. It'll probably be in about a half an hour. Hopefully some nice hot food. I know there's soup up there, a couple sandwiches, but alright, we gotta stop at the top and rest for a minute. Don't tire us out too much. We're right above Wi-Fi at the moment. Yeah, we should have an independent president, but our two-party system is dumb. If you're gonna vote independent this year, please don't. Unless all of us are. I mean, you vote however you want, though. Again, these are my personal thoughts on this stream. Sorry. All right. Guys from behind. Hi, Annie. How are you? Wave. Whew. Hold on, can we wait like another minute or so? No, just kidding. Let me catch my breath for a second. I'm actually pretty good. Yeah. Virtual. What does your thing say on there, man? Virtual film. Virtual.
It's an idea out of Utah, yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm broadcasting right now through my Facebook to a few people, but also
on a French independent media channel.
Hell yeah, CCTV user on YouTube and on Twitch is broadcasting me to many people, it seems.
Okay.
I don't even know the numbers. Oh yeah, no. Both parties, obviously the right doesn't at all. Then the left, they get it, but they have to demonize or, you know, dissuade from this type of thing everywhere because, you know, it's really disruptive. And that's what it's supposed to be. Streets. Streets. Walking past Convention Center and the bus lot down here for the buses. Walking straight back up the Pike. Sign at the front says, if you're not outraged, you are not paying attention. Again, we got a nice person in the back here, Annie. Not too much. In a party animal shirt. You know what I mean? He's a meow, 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 meow. But how many people is this? I'm not good at counting numbers, but probably like 150 to 200 maybe. I don't know. Ooh. We're going straight up. We're going straight up this? Yeah. Yeah. Now we're going left. Alright, cool. Let that loop. But around the cars that are coming down, you know. You can tell them. No way to life in a cycle. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. streets. Our streets. Our streets. Yeah. Sorry for inconveniencing you a little bit. Yeah. We'll get out of your way in a minute. Yes, thank you. Sorry for inconveniencing you for a minute. We'll be out of your way. Thank you. Just a minute or two. You say it's disruptive, but Starbucks. Hey, Starbucks. How are you?
No justice!
No peace.
No justice!
No peace.
No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace!
Alright, I'll get on this guy.
No peace! No justice!
Yeah.
No justice!
There we go.
No justice! No peace!
Yeah.
No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace!
Yeah.
No justice! No
There we go.
peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No
That'd tire me out.
justice!
That would tire me out while walking with the cane. But at least he has a cane.
No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace!
Go, Justin.
No peace! No
We got
justice!
the eagle.
No
Seems to be close.
justice!
We got the Norman mark. We're putting pieces off. Got the Norman. I used to be a little bit mark. That looks like it's a food and we sell ramen. Sorry for interrupting your drive. I know, we'll be, not at all. No, it does. But we'll be out of there in a minute and they can get on their way.
That's right. They can come out and join us too. If
No, they
want.
can,
Parking
definitely.
spot right there,
No, and it's all free. And this right here isn't a stop, so they probably get a ticket.
Exactly.
But up there, it's all free.
Anyway, right?
Oh yeah, but it's revenue. And hopefully it goes to the city, not the cops.
Exactly.
But I'm sure a lot of it goes to the cops. All right.
I hear this guy.
Definitely, man. Hey Ian, how you doing again? Tired? Yeah, it's a fun march.
No, it's good.
I'm sweaty.
You don't have any water, do you?
I do not have a fresh water with me. Oh, I've got my water bottle. I haven't sucked off of it.
Good luck. You know?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, where is it at?
I was gonna get to my chop, but then I decided to come straight through here.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's a good idea.
Thank you.
Where's this at? Oh, I need some ibuprofen too. Some drugs out. Ibuprofen. Makes me feel good. Hey, how's it going, man?
Thank you.
I haven't sucked off that at all. Yeah, that sounds gross. But yeah, you can open it up.
What do you?
Hold it because it's really tight. Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hells yeah. Oh, nectar of the gods. Bringer of life. It's water.
Thank you so much. Oh,
You're welcome. I need some of that. Hold on to it for a moment. Let's seal that back up.
Thank you, man.
Mm-hmm. The battery's at 95%. That's awesome. I love this solar battery my brother had. Yeah, I luckily, sorry. And if you want to listen to what's going on up front, there's a few streamers there. I don't know their names. Maybe one's with Converge. But you're here on my private stream to hear my private thoughts. Hopefully. I'll try not to editorialize too much. But yeah, I work in grocery pickup, so I run around 10 miles a day every day, almost. Already for the last 2.5 years, so I'm ready. I haven't been marching for minimum wage for a while. Thank you, Bo. 70-30. But yeah, I'm oh shoot. Hell yeah. Trans lives matter too, yes. Black lives matter. But not, yeah. Yes. Yeah. Catch your breath for a minute. Just slow down. Do a slow pace. Black women. Slow down. Very nice though. Thank you guys for the support. Thank you guys. Slow your roll, but thank you for the support. little slower pace now. It is 9:33, and that will be. Sorry, I'm gonna have a cigarette in my mouth. That will be back at the top by 10, definitely. I mean, all the way inside of it. Ooh, my head is all sweaty. Yeah, no, I would imagine actually the profile picture that I have on my Facebook profile pretty much looks like I look right now, but it was from a few years ago because you know, I didn't cut my hair, shaved my beard for like a year. But that's in front of the rock band of my old high school in Nevada, California. Nevada High School. Fuck sign, man. Nice. But yeah, it's cool, right? You know? Fun. Protect black women. Slow down. Slowing down. And everybody just gets those face. Kind of like when you're in a party and it's late night and everybody's trying to talk hush because there's neighbors. And then people just slowly start going louder and louder because everybody starts talking and they're drunk and they're having fun. But I would be at my friend Josh's during the party sometimes, and it's his house, but I would shush him himself and be like, whoa. It's the first time anybody's done that in my house. Things like that. Got the meat, green barbecue. And sorry, I'm not grabbing the audio from here. Keeping my distance for a moment because I know cigarette. Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! They all did. They all did. All of them. They're all bastards. You know, guys. What are you doing, you man? Don't shoot! 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 You slow down again, guys. Don't shoot! Don't shoot! People just start walking on their faces and don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Residents at their business here. Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! How's it going, guys? Quiet on the streets of Seattle outside of our little thing at the moment. Walk with us! Walk with us! Up to chop! 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 Yeah, get those alternate rhythm chants. Yeah, lady, taking pictures from your own. Come on down! Come on down! Come on down, Mario! Oh, hi. This is the Amazon Go store. They broke the window of this, I believe, and ransacked it a little bit. Oh, hi, Marcus. Oh, nice. Yeah, I know, yeah. Yeah, I know. I'm aware. All the same my distance. Yeah, see, they broke the window in here, and they ransacked it a bit. Hopefully they all had their phones on them, and the Amazon was charged. Interesting. However, we'll be by in a minute. It'll be just a minute. It's small. Don't worry. You can go. Oh. Nice. Taylor. Nice skip punt coming out by. Oh yeah, he's back now. We're just going up the street. Come on out. Get some food up here. Come on. Come on. You're not gonna go to party animal right here in a Big Cat's got him some shirt. I love it.
Instead of standing in a line.
They're gonna get food too, maybe, you know, but yeah, they'll maybe hopefully come. We got Stitches. Stitches. Oh, yeah, thank you, Brooke. And Babeland right next door. We got a little koozie for your vibrator. Bike Motorworks. This used to be a BMW dealership, I believe. And then they built all this around it. And it's lovely, nice new rad I've never been into. Yeah, St. John's, a good sandwich strip, I believe. I forget. No, it's a bar. St. John's. Life on Mars used to be the old 97 or 95 slide. On the corner of Harvard and Pike, East Pike Street. So we're heading back up towards the chop. Ooh, I'm getting hungry. Hate don't make America great. That's true. No hate here. It's all love. All love. All peaceful. All non-violence. Peaceful. Real peaceful people. I like the honey hole. I can tell you that. Honey hole's a good place. They got delicious sandwiches too. And now the Institute. They cut my hair for free once because they wanted a hair model. Found me on the street and I'm on my hair. I was like, sure. It's quite good. Outskirts of the Neighbors Bar. What it used to be, I don't know what the store is. Right outside the QFC on Broadway. The Posse's almost on Broadway. Going left, Posse's on Broadway. Going down Broadway. Watch out, everybody.
Police, no racist. Police, no
justice.
Police, no racist. Police, no justice. Police, no racist. Police, no justice. Police, no racist. Police, no justice. Police, no racist.
Oh, that was a fun walk.
No peace. No racist. Police, no justice.
Fun, sarcastically turned.
Police.
Everybody in the street. Our streets.
Our streets. Our streets. Our streets. Our streets. Our streets. Our streets. Our streets.
Woo!
Spread the word. We might do a little bit earlier tomorrow. We might do the same time tomorrow. Same time every day.
Same time at least. I mean, we got to do one at the same time, but we might do one a bit earlier. But we'll let it know. We'll try to spread the word. We might do another one earlier too, but 7 o'clock always, every day. Every day. All day. Got a siren. It's probably, it sounds like a, yeah, it's an ambulance. Can you come with it all day? All day. All day. All day. All day. If you want to come this way, we'll just wait. Oh yeah. Keep going. All day. It'll envelop me for a moment. Every day. All day. 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 Every day. Fucking A's, man. Oakland.
Every day. Every day. Every day.
Great shouting, man. That was great. You tired? A little bit. We got some food up there, and if not, we'll find some food.
No, man, I know. I know we will.
Yeah.
Well, I will.
Hell yeah. Fucking A. There's Grim, right?
Yeah.
No, you have the mask on. I can hear it better, maybe. One more time?
It's grim.
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 Grim. All right.
Like the TV show.
Yeah, Grim. All right.
I love
It's the accent, I think, it throws on it, and that's if the mask, it kind of comes out through my ears.
It comes out weird.
It's all right, but now I got you, Grim. Thank you for your dancing and your shouting. You got some good energy, man. You guys. Black Lives Matter. Hey, my friend with the A's hat. Made it all the way up here, man. Is that still the same one? You finally smoked it?
I finally got a lighter.
Yeah. Damn, no worries. Oh, come over here. Hold on. Hold on a second. Thank you. Thank you, man. Silly people. I mean, you can wait an extra minute or two to let us pass by. Maybe 5, 10, unfortunately, but we're here to disrupt a little. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to put her daughter on. And the fuzz coming. What? No, that was ambulance. There we go. I didn't see when they comment. It should have timestamps on it. That'd be nice. 9:44, and we're getting around the corner into Chaz. We're tired. Chop. That's how tired I am at the moment. I have to get some food in me. Real food. I won't be that tired anymore. Getting out of work at 5 in the morning. We're back. I'm back and we're hungry. I'm back and I'm hungry. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. You know, cheese log. What a treat. Right here is Rockbox. They should totally let us use their microphones on the outside here to sing some karaoke, because they do that regularly on the weekend. And I'll talk to them. Maybe they will soon. That'd be nice. If not, I'll go get my TV, my Xbox One, download all my friends' songs, bring my guitar, and play Rock Band over here and just sing to people. Whatever.
I'm gonna be out here with my Oculus, VR, you know.
No, you don't need to bring all that, but you know, I'll just put it away in the corner of the park and just play by myself for a little bit and then pack it on up, bring it on home if I wanted to. Hell yeah. That was a fun walk. I'm fucking hungry. Maybe I'll get some Rancho Bravo tacos. I don't know. Tacos and burritos. Taco flavored kisses. We're feeding into Black Lives Matter Boulevard. Tonight was going to be very important. Keep the peace. Oh, look at this guy's car over here. That's fucking flash. I had to distract for a second. But yeah. Hopefully Reginald popped up on this and said, watch me for a minute, but you know, not all my videos and stuff are on there. You should check it out. How's it going, guys? Black Lives Matter. They're talking about something about white supremacists, not a supremacy. So they seem to be cool, white guys with straight heads talking on their own microphone. Pretty cool.
It don't matter if it's 2, it does? It don't matter if it's 3,000 of them. We're going to be heard. They heard it. Everybody hears us.
What's everybody doing? Is everybody just chilled out watching the stream?
Every day like we plan on it.
Every
like we
day.
committed to, the numbers will come. Everybody's, listen, it's a trend. You set a trend, people follow the word. Spread the word.
Every day. 7 p.m. Every day.
What time?
7 p.m.
What time?
7 p.m.
What time?
7 p.m.
What time?
He's still on the whiskey. Rasputin. Are you having a drink?
Every day.
Yeah. I'll go get some food, relax a bit, you know, and listen to the people. You know, one love.
One love. One love.
One love.
One love.
One love.
One love.
One love.
One love.
One love.
One love. One
One love.
love.
One love.
One motherfucking love.
All right.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Hell yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you for leading a bit.
Hey, we are the shit, guys.
Yeah, it's great.
Together, nigga, unstoppable.
Oh yeah. United, not divided.
Bring a friend, man. Bring a friend.
Yeah. Make a friend. Talk to some new people. Let me go say hello real quick. What was your name one more time? I met you before. Tony. Hey, how you doing? Good stuff, man. Great stuff. Thank you. Hey, I met you yesterday, remember? Yeah. All right. Great stuff in the lead. You know, just backing up these guys. Thanks, guys. Yeah. What was your name?
TK.
TK?
Yeah.
All right, TK. Thank you. Awesome. Those weren't leaders of the movement, but they led. for this march, and again, they might lead it tomorrow. Got a little puppy dog, and we got little scaredy skates. Roll out. Oh, I wish I could skateboard, but I could hoverboard. Actually, I like to call them disco boards because, you know, they don't hover, they roll. They got lights. You make a disco. Got my disco stick. I don't even know Lady Gaga, but thank you guys for following me on that. That was ridiculous, and I loved it. And I'm a little sweaty. Actually, a little dry now. My face is a little sweaty. Thank you guys. Thank you. And we're back right up on here. Fuck Donald Trump. Got another broken one here. Throw some that. Dreaming. I know. Dreamville. Throw some of that Dreamville. These are not barricades. These are bullshit. Unions recognize under the past mistakes, crimes against humanity, and ourselves. We as Americans inherit the wheel to the arc as we swing through the oblivion into the radiant of justice. BLM. Nice. Alright, I'm gonna go up to the corner here, see if there's any food here, and then probably set up on my post again because I got the chair out. And yeah, there's nobody here at the moment. I mean, I see stuff here. See a bag, maybe? No. KJU thing. Whew. Exhausted. Exhausted. Oh. Whew. Blown up. But I'm not gassed. I'm a little blown up. I'll be fine, if you know those terms. I got a scoop of guys walking. Okay. It's not on mine. We're back.
Yesterday, when the Proud Boys were up here, you were videotaping them. You were engaging verbally. Yes.
All right. Back up. Right at the corner of Pine and 12th. Which you can see right here. I mean, I'm not sure. No, that's not a.
And the protesters have safely reached home again, back over the border from Seattle into Chop.
Fire right here the other night. Somebody had walked by, back and forth, pouring diesel here. And then my friend here was right in front when somebody tossed a match. It just went, whoosh. It's fucking crazy.
Some of you guys may notice that there's some new barriers on the road. These barriers were delivered earlier today and installed by workmen.
Crazy, right? I don't think diesel leaked out of the streets of Seattle. Yeah, right now there are people on it. Oh, here we go. First,
these barriers here you can see are all new. These all arrived today.
I did not speak up because I am not a woman. And they came from the Muslims, and I did not speak up because I'm not a Muslim. Then they came for the gays, and I didn't speak up because I'm not gay. Then they came for the Jews, and I didn't speak up because I'm not fully Jewish.
And the residents of Chop have been encouraged to add their own art and their own graffiti to these plywood boards.
And then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak for me. Straight white Christian men have had their turn. BLM, Chop forever. Hashtag Chop forever. Well, at least Chop summer. Chop
People have also been leaving little messages and things like that.
Stand up for black women. Tamir Rice would have graduated high school this month. Sorry, I'm a little closer. Yeah.
Remember guys, if you like what we do, drop us a follow on Twitch or a subscribe on YouTube.
Yeah,
we exclusively stream content from Chop.
2 lucha, es mi luchas, chicanas for BLM. Mi lucha, but not mi lucha. I wear mi lucha because I love mi lucha. All fathers matter. Is the pet road stop.
There is Dan, he's the guy that is exclusively live streaming for us.
The hand wash station, I should probably wash my hands. Got soap, need some clean day, I'll be alright. How's it going? Oh, I need a banana.
Giving us a little tour of the facilities in Chop.
And tomatoes, look at all this produce here. I mean, these apples probably are delicious.
I told Cole, I don't want
And you know,
The
it's
top
food
right image, I'm not too sure what's going on in that feed.
Ladies,
Here you can see some
Stephen's page. Come on
fruit.
down and eat some illegal food with your illegal eater. I already sent you some pictures. I had some pho on the street. It was delicious. I had a street burger. I was gonna get the street chili, but I don't know. I didn't really want to.
Dan takes us down a little
Go over here and
side
get a banana.
street or the main street of Chop. live in the UK, so I'm not quite sure where he is, but I do know he is in
I
Chop.
love my post. And, you know, what's the faces are around. They'll come back around. I'm gonna drop a banana on the barricade. Take off my bag.
Quite a calm atmosphere in Chop tonight. Peaceful.
I'm gonna get home. I'll have to weigh this and weigh
Looks
myself.
like Dan's going to have a little sit down and have himself a banana.
Extra stuff I was lugging around. Oh, but yeah, I'm gonna plug this in because I'm already at 100% battery because I was charging the whole time. So fuck it. Hey, I'll turn up my other song. Listen to some music for a moment. Boy, I might have to stop.
Don't blame the guy. He's been on his feet for what? At least, well, it has to be more than an hour now. He's been on that much.
Stable the whole time. Oh boy. Here, I'll take the mask off for a second so I can eat a banana. I'll show you. Maybe. My stupid face. I mean, it's on my profile picture anyway, so. What? It's me. Got a banana. Whoa. Whew, boy. Let me set this down for a second. I don't want to put it on there. I'll put it on the ground. Maybe let you see the sky for a minute. You want to eat a banana?
Whoa, Dan's got the exact same sort of beard as what I'm rocking at the moment. I think mine's a little bit longer than Dan's.
Some potassium. Fucking revenge of the banana is on.
Must get a shave. I really must shave this off.
That tells the story of a one Eddie Van Graham and a one Josh Norman O'Connell. And also a bit of the drama that we had with the banana. He was a little bit bad.
Above Dan, if you look towards the top of your screen, you will see the all-seeing eyes, them security surveillance cameras, keeping a watchful eye over Chop.
Come to a silly wrestling event where people toss beer cans at drunk, probably performers, at least high. And no full cans, no half cans, no glass. That was SSP, man. Revenge of the Banana, go look that up on some streaming services. It has some of my edits in there, and I wasn't really credited. It's nice, but it's okay. And I know, because I fucking edited it. I usually do all my footage. But no, I still will.
It's quite possible that Raz has hotwired them cameras and he is now receiving direct feeds from them cameras. Anything's possible in Chop.
Now, if anybody is viewing this, wouldn't mind some nice hot food. I'm right here on the corner of the precinct. But, I only need one, obviously. But, I'm really bad on vegetables. But I'm not even asking for that.
I'm sure that's a star I can see in the sky there. It looks like a star, might not be.
How are you? Want to say hello to the cameras on you?
What's your name?
My name's Dan.
Dan.
Nice to meet you.
So they blocked this off?
What's that?
They blocked this off?
They blocked us off?
This.
Yeah, it's just, the residents don't really want to be bothered too much more, but it's cool. They can go down there and look at the art one by one if they want. Just be respectful. But,
Ooh, boy.
Wesley Snipes YouTube chat, I totally agree with you. Raz has been very quiet over the last 24 hours. Saying that note,
how long has he been
if you
missing?
check his Facebook page, he did go live earlier, about
Not, but
45 minutes ago he was
Does he
live.
have a number to contact?
Does he have a number to
Or do you have a number, like a place to contact if anybody has seen him?
Yeah.
Because I have a wide audience.
You just call her mom.
Okay.
Or
Yeah. Well,
it's at the bottom of the screen.
information Wiles, call to the SBD case number. Yeah, I could call her at that number.
Yeah.
And if
His name
you're-
is John.
John.
Yeah. If anybody sees him,
Note that number
Yeah.
now. Hopefully somebody took some screenshots, but I was
I've
gonna say,
been-
what's your name, man?
Bo.
Bo? Nice
Yeah.
to meet you. Again, this is like a couple of my friends, but
Yeah.
a nice person, CCTV users, broadcasting media. I don't know how many people are in the world right now. Just went on a nice walk with everybody, but
I climbed up that ladder on top of the police building.
Jesus,
On
when?
Thursday.
On Thursday? Oh man.
Yeah.
It's dangerous,
Alright.
but thank
Yeah.
you. I hope he's found soon,
I hope
man.
he's found soon,
Definitely.
too.
There's been a lot of weird stuff.
I
you
mean,
know?
you know, I think he's still alive. Because
Oh, yeah.
They're handing out free food and everything.
Oh yeah, no,
And
definitely.
It's peaceful and free food.
There's no
so I don't
violence
think
here. I mean, there is some, but not us.
But his
We're not.
mom is looking for him.
Definitely. If anybody sees John
Yeah, his name is
in
John
that picture, thank you. I'll keep an eye out. Thank you, man. Good luck. And yeah, there's stories of that. I mean, that would happen on any weekend on Capitol Hill too, you know. It's one thing about all the people hand-wringing about the police being here. Oh no, what are they going to do about all the rapes that we're hearing and all the assaults that we're hearing about? Yeah, they should investigate that, but to be quite honest, they already sucked at it in the first place. There's plenty of rape kits sitting in there untouched because, yeah, they kind of suck at it. Yeah, there's many assaults that happen on the hill here regularly, unfortunately, because it was a dangerous area during the night. But, you know, right now we're trying to secure it. We have secured it. There hasn't been any crazy violence here, except for all those police officers that, you know, wanted to launch shit at us. What time is it? It is 10 o'clock even on the dot here. I'm gonna smoke. I'll ramble on for another few minutes and probably pause this so it can upload, hopefully. Gonna switch to the sky for another minute now. Light my turn. Some like sliders from Freddie Jr.'s. I think I might go get it if it's open. Because Freddie Jr.'s is delicious. But I might go get some, I don't know. That's just an idea. I'll figure it out. Oh, no, that's my leg. No, I know why I typed that. Hello, how's it going, sir? No person. Sorry. Right, sir. I need to, run or something. Oh, no, it's my N7 shirt. Oh, did I go?
Whoa, I don't know if Dan is aware he is sitting under the all-seeing eye. I think he's unaware of that.
We need a bunch of bananas. Banana peels. If these fucking bikers come, we can throw them at the tires and they'll flip. You know? Make a spin on out on a banana. That'd be hilarious. I'd love to watch that. I'd love to make that happen. Watch out, bakers. We're lighting the streets with bananas. I do not right at the moment. He's probably live.
Do you have an office like right here or something?
Around here, I believe. He will be right back here soon. I saw him filming right up here maybe 5-10 minutes ago.
Oh, really?
But I think he might be right down on the corner there.
Oh, okay,
Maybe.
okay. You did
But if you see a guy with pink hair, bigger guy with a hat, maybe pink hair, he's Bobby. Bobby will find him for you. But if you have Facebook, bring up Omari. I'm sure he's live. Yeah. Yeah, if I pull up my other phone, actually, let me pull up my other phone. We got technology out the wazoo here, you know?
Yeah.
I was seeing people in the first few days being like, oh, this guy has 2 phones, he's a cop. And it's like, no, I got 2 phones myself because I'm technologically sound. Dutch pretzels. If you haven't had fucking Dutch pretzels, oh, they're delicious. I haven't opened them up yet. Where's my other phone? And yeah, just remember, you know, there's sorry. The streams are like 30 seconds behind, so if you see I'm moving, yeah. Like,
I'd like to get one of my cards.
I have not gotten a card from you. No. I'd love to have a card from you, sir. And this is
Meet you halfway.
Oh, thank you, sir. This is
Call me anytime.
Rick. Utah Yellow
Okay,
Vest.
Omari, right?
Omari, yeah. Omari Salisbury, S-A-L-S. You know. We'll
See,
find him.
what's funny, okay, is
Anti-austerity. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Direct amount of. Okay, cool. I am out actually right at the moment. Thank you though. I would give you one if I had another one at the moment, but I'm right out. I got 2 left, and I need to get to a mini mart to find some. Yeah. He should be right around here somewhere. He was here just a minute or 5 ago. Excuse me. Anyway, cough. Yeah, and I haven't heard. How long have you been out on the street here?
I've been in Portland since I started jumping.
Okay.
When the lockdown happened, I'm from Salt Lake, but I went up to Oregon.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Because I just got figured that's gonna be a better place to be.
Yeah, I know.
I went to U of O, so I know Oregon, Okay. I don't know Seattle very well. So, but then I was with the Yellow Vest of France all last year, and then when the shit jumped off, they called me, "Hey, do you want to cover Portland for us?" Okay.
Sure. Oh yeah, the Yellow Vest. Yeah, fuck yeah.
And then.
Hold on, as I take this out, while you're talking, when you get a moment, look at the back of this thing. This is just one of my little relics that I brought out to talk to some people.
Look at the back of it?
Yeah, I was at that show.
What do you mean? Like,
No, look at the title on the back. There's some white letters right on the top. Sorry, I was at that show. I don't know how. Sorry to interrupt you with my stuff. But, turn around. Yeah, there was 2 concerts on Alcatraz Island. I've been to Alcatraz Island. I saw Bare Naked Ladies in Train, and I don't know why I have that here.
Alcatraz?
On Alcatraz.
Alcatraz?
They did.
That's nutty.
It's very nutty, but sorry. Yeah, it's tossed on the ground. It's cool. Let me find my other phone. Where did I put it? Oh, no. It's got to be around here somewhere. It's not in this bag, at least. Okay. Wait. Oh, no. I'm done. Where's he at? Sorry, I'm like rumbling around. Let me put this on to the side now. Sorry, 2 seconds. Oh, wait, it's in my other pocket. Hello, how are you?
Welcome back, Angie Kate in the YouTube chat.
Alright, I got my thing back up.
How's everybody doing over on the YouTube chat? I'm sorry that my main focus is on the Twitch chat.
Nice, that's awesome. I love that shit. Yeah, hell yeah, man. Now my baby boom's on. I'm gonna start playing some music. My name's Dan.
Dan? Yeah, give me language.
I don't know too many languages.
2,000 surrounding us, travel 2,000 kilometers to hang out
California,
with us. What's up,
based
danger?
mostly. Was it Woodlands is where some of my extended relatives are. And, but I'm from Santa Rosa, Nevada area. I got family in Cobb. And somehow during the Cobb fire, it went around their block, and they were fine. I don't know how. Fucking awesome. Thank you. I will talk to you soon. I will, man. Yeah, your number on your card, I think, right? Yeah.
I'm insane, but on my toes. I could keep the world balanced on my nose. I had a slumber party with all my foes. Now I wear them like a badge on all my clothes. If I'm crazy, I'm on my own. If I'm waiting, it's on my phone. If I sound lazy, just ignore my tone. Cause I'm always gonna answer when you call my phone. Like, what's up, danger?
I was listening to this so many times on the Spider-Verse movie. I didn't really get it. I mean, I loved it. It's a great, how's it going? Oh, hey, man, how are you? Sorry. Oh, yeah, what was it again?
I'm Seth. Yeah.
Seth, right.
Logan.
Seth. No, Dan.
Yeah.
Hey, I know where he's from?
Yeah. Cross everything to get you.
Yeah. See you around. Seth. Right, Mr. Rollins. No. Hey, it looks kind of like A. Rollins right now, so yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna watch the movie so many times, but I kind of understand it. It's like, you know, fuck you. You want to come here? Come at me? I'll be right here. What's the Sorry, I'm crazy nowadays. I mean, I was crazy a few months ago when I was working in grocery pickup, and our business exploded 200 to 400 to 600%. And I ran around so much. But yeah, I'm trying to get it now. I feel. I don't know. It might sound crazy to some people, but I want some people to sound this crazy too.
Poggy bait, I'm not
Sorry
sure,
for
but
my
we do
rambles.
have
I hope you're on
tourists
point.
visiting Chop on a
Maybe
daily
you can be
basis
on
now.
airwaves.
I don't know if they've got plans for a
I
hotel.
would love to learn more about everything and, spread some good words. And I'm really hoping these barricades, nothing happens to them through the night. They can easily happen, but I don't care. I'll be right there. I'll be in the flames. I'll feel it.
I believe you would be quite welcome to take your own tent into Chop and pitch up somewhere. They don't seem to charge rent or admission fees to the campsite.
We got drinks, we got security, got good vibes, good stuff. And let's prepare for another song here. Then I'll go back to some local music from our buddies at Black Umbrella. I should probably listen to some more things that are on Black Umbrella. I will soon. Never listened to this music before. Yeah, I like all music but country and rap. Holy shit.
I've been watching Chop all day today, and I have to admit it's been very peaceful, very calm today, to be honest with you. Very, very calm, in fact.
Just because it's funny. I'll show you some of my music that I would listen to. It's Electric Six. And again, I appreciate that they allowed me to do what I wanted to do.
The main disturbance in Chop today was when the workmen rolled in with 3 or 4 truckloads of concrete barriers. That caused a bit of a commotion, bit of noise.
I want to show some classic Seattle stuff. Oh yeah. This is all classic Seattle Cinema Pro. This guy right here, taking the move right now, is domestic violence. I saw him on the street and he's so confused about what's going on, but whatever. He had a life. But,
Once Dan pans the camera around, you guys will see the newly installed barriers today.
Right now, 2006, 2007, 2008. I think 2008 was when I started seeing it. Hey Joey, how's it going there? It's Joey. Okay. And this is Electric Six's song. Lenny Kravitz. Glad it went good. This is my first video I've ever edited together.
Dan is talking to one of his friends, I believe. The guy that you can hear now is me, the streamer, talking to you.
I'm not here to blast my stuff, but it's just, I'm for a nice walk. Once this is done, I will probably end my stream and go get some food and then see what's going on. Again, it was a nice 2.5 hour jaunt.
Syndicate, are you chatting in both the YouTube chat and
the banana, that fucker.
Twitter? Or am I seeing things?
Fucking banana. Bad banana. And it's my friend Luke that we got. It'll be the country banana. And he's upstage. Here's the second banana. Upstage the banana. But yeah, classic Seattle history. There's hysteria. It's genetical.
Okay, Syndicate, it's nice that you've decided to join us on Twitch. Thank you very much for coming over.
Yeah, not the most thing, but whatever. Yeah. Keep going. Just a few more moments. Another minute or two. Owen Straw, good community. Please boost a month pay this best protection you buy for 64 American dollars. 64 is good, I guess. Hi guys. Yeah, this is after this launch. I just wanted to show.
Dude, please don't come into my chat and tell me this is not chop. I think you will find it is chop.
It's devious silver tongue in the middle there, breaking everything up. JJ Good, if I remember. Commissioner. Oh, never mind. You guys are friends. Oh no, not the White Claw. Hey guys. You guys that live here? I think you are, right? Yeah. It's okay, cool. No worries, I haven't met them fully then, so.
Yeah, no, he lives down there.
Okay, cool. I figured as much.
He told me,
he
told me if I got lost to come and sit right here, so that's what I did.
Is it alright if I put you on my stream real quick? Is that okay?
Oh, do you prefer the old name of Chaz? Do you refuse to believe that they have changed the name from Chaz to Chop? Are you against the name change?
Alright, I'm gonna stop this. Again, thank you for coming with me on that walk, on that march, sorry, not walk. And stay tuned.
You should appreciate all the hard work that had to go into changing the name from Chaz to Chop. All the old graffiti and artwork had to be covered up, and they had to rename the place Chop.
I guess. And in between all that, we'll try to talk to people, get some words, and all that fun stuff. Alright? So, cool. Thank you guys very much. Holy crap. That was very good. Until next time. Man of the streets, luchador in the sheets. Thank you guys again. Thank you very much to YouTube/CCTV user. Oh yeah, you're good if you can. I'm on fucking the internet right now, all over the place. You're recorded right now too. Thank you for recording. Actually, keep it up. Again, YouTube/CCTV user is broadcasting to YouTube to a bunch of people, and on this Twitch page as well. And I appreciate that like so much, and I hope that my commentary wasn't too much. And if you want better commentary, go watch Amari. Hello there, how you doing, sir? Yeah, he lives. Yeah, he lives here right now. We're trying to. I know. Hold on. We don't need too many people here, sir. People. Oh, we might live here. Okay. Yeah.
I think Dan did just fine.
Just trying to make sure.
I really appreciate him doing this for us.
Some legal observers. Awesome. How you guys doing? All right. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. We'll see you soon. Yeah. Talk to you guys soon. Yes.
Wow, Dan, thank you very, very, very much. Let's get back to some normal viewing. Just give me a second. Just bear with me, guys, while we bring you some new feeds. Hold on, guys. Just let me respond to Danny's just sent a message. Right, back to getting feeds. Let's bring Amari up. He's the guy that hosts the morning show. Let's go to Amari for the audio.
Hearing from a lot of the natives that we've been talking to is out here is like, man, you know, the message from him, and I think he said that might be his aunt or somebody is related to that we spoke to the other day, is more like, man, they're like, man, we got a claim on this land too, but let's work together. And I think that might be a consensus of a lot of, we're going to get past this music here, that might be the consensus of a lot of the people who are in the General Assembly that we saw earlier. But, you know, I mean, there's also an element of the people here who very much feel like, you know, hey, man, this is a black thing. And we see that up there on the charter that we just showed you. I'm assuming like the abbreviated charter as to what they said the city of Chop believes in is that, you know, number one there, it says Black Lives Matter. And you saw a lot of other stuff that's there as well. So, again, this is Cal Anderson Park. Here inside the Chop. B. Stills. Bobby Stills in the building.
Hi guys.
The postman in the building.
I hope you guys are enjoying the content that
so look,
media is
you're bored now that I'm not getting gassed up there and be like, Bobby, I need a mask.
No.
Bobby, I need gloves.
No.
Bobby.
That's 100% not factual because now you put me on blast. Now everybody's coming to me. Hey man, you got some power to spare? Hey man, you got a bathroom? Hey, you got a White Claw in there? I need a flashlight. It's dark out here. And I'm like, y'all need to come prepared.
Man, you gotta tell him, man. The postman only puts on the uniform, man, for Big O. You know what I'm saying? I know you're always helping people out here.
We use a battery pack, and I said, I had one on. I got two of them things on me. You know what I'm saying? Always got two flashlights, backup and backup. Be prepared. You know what I'm saying? In case shit goes downhill. But I said, oh man, needs the power, dude. He's streaming, man. She was like, I respect that. But I ain't give her the backup.
Right. The postman, Bobby Stills, he's in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? He's also the guy that.
Oh, and let me see if there's there was a user. Let me see if I can shout him out now. He said I stream snipe Dan out here streaming, and he said he's gonna stream tonight. I talked to him.
Dan's watching right now.
He's what's the name of that streamer, man? Oh, cctv user.
Oh yeah, cctv user.
He's on Twitch and live streaming on YouTube. And then Woke. Shout out the guys at Woke, man. They love you. They love you.
Yeah, Woke sometimes puts us in their platform, and you get up to 100,000 people watching this stream.
Maybe listen to your voice, man.
You know what I'm saying?
He's like, hey man, this is where it went down the other day.
Oh, I don't sound like we taking the camera off you now. Boo. Boo. That's my man, though. You guys, you've been following us for a while. You know the postman, Bobby Steels. You know what I'm saying? This guy always find a way to deliver, man. On the front line, too. He can come and get me.
I'm digging that artwork on the ground, dude.
Yeah, this is artwork everywhere up here, man. So this is, what did this used to be? Was this always a skate park?
No, it's not a skate park. It's a
used to be
repurposed
tennis
court.
So it was tennis a little while ago, and now it's...
No, it's been skate for a while, but they share space. They do dodgeball here too, and they kept up one of the tennis courts down there. So, and this is all DIY. Everything is in here. They rebuilt. It's nothing from the city. It's just a repurposed space. You know, I'm trying to get my friends that own Rockbox across the street, right there. If you go look across the street, that's my friend's place. It's a Japanese style karaoke bar called Rockbox. You can get a private room in there. Shout out to Toppy Toppy. I'm trying to get her to come down here and get some karaoke up in this piece.
Got you. It's always engaged. This is your neighborhood, though. I've been here so long, I feel like it's my neighborhood, too. I actually lived up here on Capitol Hill for 2 years, though. Maybe 10, 12 years ago. Lived here. So what we're looking at right here is the Western Barricade again. There you go. There's another shot. Remember we told you that the Hyatt, the Grand Hyatt, or the Hyatt Regency, actually, they still got their BLM in the window.
Sorry guys, just having a little bit of a chat with Don. 2 seconds.
In downtown Seattle. There's a heart on one side of the building and BLM on the other side of the building. So, Molly Moon. It's a Seattle thing for you guys that might be outside of Seattle, but Molly Moon is a real famous ice cream company. Hey, Dan, you gotta buy me a soda one day. As long as you don't get it from mutual aid and you actually buy it. So, this area over here, let's come back over here.
Fuck Donald Trump.
Okay. That's what it is, too. That's what it is. All right. Back here on Pine Street, we're facing eastbound. This would be 10th and Pine.
This is hella bomb. Hella bomb.
And we're on the Black Lives Matter mural. Oh, maybe.
Are you camped out too, or are you just like?
So what is this tent? This food over here?
This food over here,
What is it? It's fire? This is a serious setup. It's like a whole catering hall. Well, we gotta get a shot of this. Am I the famous? You're the famous. No, you're the famous one. I'm just the guy who walks around with an iPhone. Okay, White. I see you too down there. How about that? How you doing tonight? You good? Fantastic. Be safe out here, okay?
Thank you.
Yep. No problem. There are lots of food stuffs, everything going on. So, I said, man, we see a lot of interesting stuff, man. But, I mean, the best thing about the stream is a lot of times it's what you see, but a lot of times also it's what you don't see. You know what I'm saying? And people can judge for themselves, and that's why I say that it's like, you know, it's unedited, uncut. We tell people all the time, although maybe some people like the sound of my voice. Probably some people don't, but you can put it on mute. And you can make your own decisions, you know, good, bad, and indifferent about this zone based upon your stream that you see. Now, of course, it isn't a 24-hour stream. I'm not covering every angle, every barricade or anything like that. But what we do every day is that we walk the chop. Hold on 1 second.
I need people to like try to keep me safe because I feel really unsafe. I know you
Well, yeah, we don't want nobody to feel unsafe. He hasn't.
Sam, have you got anything else from
As soon as he
Portland
does, though, I'll be over
anywhere?
here. So, you know, I mean, what we try to do, or actually not even try. My mama said there's no such thing as try. Either you do or you don't do. Either you're gonna make your word and keep your word, or you don't. Hey, you mind if I talk to you for a second? So when I saw you earlier, I wasn't on camera, but you explained this. You just came from Berkeley, right?
Yeah, so I just graduated a few weeks ago, and I've been helping in the East Bay, like Oakland, and there was a lot of protests there, and it was getting pretty hefty, but things started to equalize, and you know, I was like running veggies around the protesters, making sure that I could help in any way possible, just listen, you know, stand there with people, be respectful, and protest with them. And then when I saw what was happening
That was quite a big shout out from Amari there. He's one of the biggest guys down there streaming. He has his own morning talk show.
The world is watching this place right now.
What does this look like? I'm sorry, what does this look like to the outside world? As somebody who's on the camera sometimes 16, 17 hours a day or doing production or trying to get some sleep. A lot of times I'm not even seeing what the outside world, I just get a lot of phone calls for interviews and I do a lot of interviews. But what is Seattle looking like to the outside world right now?
I think it's interesting because it depends on, you know, what your feed is getting, what news you're taking in, because if it's being skewed to the right, you know, it's painted as a super negative thing. That's why live streams like this are super important. And in some way, the more people that come and are able to internalize that it's a really positive thing, that's, you know, that's all for the better, because people realize this is just the power of community, people listening to each other and standing up for, you know, the black citizens of this country who have been marginalized, and, you know, their communities have been put through these absolutely detrimental policies, not only with policing, but in so many other ways. So when people come out here and show that it's positive, it helps change the narrative for so many issues, and it's a really positive thing. And I think people are keying into the fact that what's happening here is positive, not some anarchist thing, not some crazy situation, not these violent protests. Peaceful people getting together and doing positive shit.
Right, and so you came up here for the day, came up for 2 days?
I came up for 2.5 weeks, actually. Had no idea, you know, really where I was gonna stay. I ended up renting a little apartment, and I've been out here every day just talking to people, listening, protesting, and sitting in front of the precinct to make sure that, you know, if somebody wants to start agitating, just try and calm them down. You know, maybe that's a helpful way so that there's no negative clips being caught.
So, are you know, it sounds so cliche-ish, but are you the Berkeley liberal who came up to Seattle? You know, it's like, man, we were down in Berkeley, bro, and we saw a protest in Seattle, man, and we all got into that bus and came up, man, to lend a voice.
Yeah, I guess that's who I am now. Yeah, I kind of forget I have earrings and long hair, but I'm from this like little conservative town in Southern California. When I first went to Berkeley, I was actually gonna join the Army. I've gone to West Point for a while. And then the more I got educated, the more I traveled, the more people I listened to and let their stories and experiences change me, the more I realized that I need to be an active, positive member of society and actually help and listen and care. So I guess maybe that's what Berkeley did to me, or maybe that's just what it's like to become a more genuine human. But yeah, I'm up here doing the Berkeley thing, I guess, you know, classic Bay Area. Come protest, come fight for what's right, fight for people who need to have their voices uplifted, you know. So
all right,
yeah.
All right, man. Good luck to you. Be safe out here. out here at the memorial wall. And like I said, as this protest now, this occupation protest, as they call it, the CHOP, Capitol Hill occupation protest, and we talked to Mark Anthony earlier, we actually got an understanding as to why they call it CHOP and everything else. But this never fails. I don't think you guys have ever seen me come over
Does
here.
Does anybody know who
empty.
told Amari about us streaming? Did anybody catch how that happened?
Again, a lot of people, come in and out of here. And if you're watching this stream, because, there's people who I bump into every day. It's like, man, I came out, I saw your stream and this and that and everything else, This is an area right here that it's almost like, I wouldn't say it's an apolitical zone or whatever, but it's like, the top of the hill is, well, at least it used to be where they do the General Assembly, and now I guess it's Cal Anderson. It's just like, there's the political side out here of this protest, there's the operations side, there's the security and the barrier side and everything else, and I guess you would call this the memorial side.
We need to find out who that stream sniper is.
We've never
stream
not
sniper.
come here
I know you are watching my feeds, buddy.
Here. And we've even,
I
plenty of
know
nights,
you are
we've had
watching.
lots of rain and everything else. And even in the rain, we find, people who are here at this wall. And it started off as a memorial wall.
Thank you for everything, buddy. Thank you for finding Dan, and thank you for telling Amari.
Lots of
really
over
big
there,
shout out, buddy.
people.
Thank you very much.
And the candles continue to burn. People come and bring flowers every day. And these are people, like when I think we come over here, and a lot of the people who come over here, and I try not to chat people up when they're at the wall, because a lot of times they're trying to have their own, experience and everything else. And so we try to step back, especially lately, and kind of lower our tone and everything. But, you find when you talk to a lot of these people, it's really not about keep the police station, don't keep the police station. It's not about defund the police or fund the police or anything else. It's about people kind of coming together over here in this area, sharing a common experience. You know what I'm saying? They share a common experience.
Hold on, Dan has gone live again. Let's bring Dan
so
in.
Many things, and some people, when you talk to them about a sense of they're feeling, they say a sense of loss, and they'll tell you that the sense of loss that they might be feeling right now isn't exactly about a particular person. It isn't about George Floyd. It isn't about anything like that. But it's a sense of loss or a sense of sadness, or somebody said that sense of hope that has died within them. It represents a lot to a lot of different people here. Is one thing we know for sure, and so the candles continue to burn. Candles continue to burn, and the people continue to come, and they continue to reflect, and they continue, like I said, to leave their flowers and leave everything else that's over here. All right? It's kind of amazing in that sense.
Amari,
and, like I said,
I
man,
like this guy. He does offer some words of wisdom. He seems to have a very balanced view, and I do like hearing this guy speak.
What's going to happen with the CHOP? What's going to happen with this and that? Do they keep the CHOP, not keep the CHOP? But there is a lot of people who come, they'll light a candle, and they'll leave, and that's what they do. So, the memorial wall and candlelight vigil.
Maury brings a very, very balanced view, and you guys should listen to what this man has to say.
And the painters keep painting. Coming out tonight, man. Let's see if we can get a shot up here.
Stream Sniper, please get in touch with us, buddy.
Come to this country willingly?
Yeah, I haven't seen you in a minute. Hey, what's going on?
I feel like you got too comfortable up here. This is way too comfortable.
Why do you feel it's too comfortable?
I love the idea. I love what.
Because so just to reference, you guys, what name are you comfortable sharing?
TK.
You guys saw TK.
Drill, do you admit that he brings some calm and he does give a very balanced view?
The guys was out here on the Western Barricade, and you was one of the people that was like towing the line up front. You was like, yo, man, we ain't come here to get it popping violence. We came here to prove a point. Like, I remember you. That's why I just seen you here.
I'm here for I'm here for Seattle to change. This is for us. But we got two big things accomplished yesterday with those bans. With those bills that
You're talking about down at City Hall, the ban on lethal force and the chokehold.
Yeah, the chemical weapons. The chemical weapons ban and the chokehold ban. We're the first city in the U.S. to do that. I believe so. You can fact check that, but I'm pretty sure we are. I'm for Seattle, but I'm for us prospering here. And this is dope. Like, this is a whole community. They got a garden. I hope in 10 years that garden is still there. And this is the actual community center like the people want.
Wolfgang, are you the Stream Sniper? Tag me in YouTube if you are.
For this movement. And don't get too comfortable just because we got this. We're not done. They're living in the West Precinct right now, comfortable as hell. I'm comfortable inside this zone. As soon as I leave this zone, though, I still got to worry about a police officer killing me. No, it's about all of us. So Black Lives Matter.
Just so we know.
Comfortable right now. Because Black Lives ain't safe. Still, to this day. To right now, this moment. You got Proud Boys walking around raiding the catch motherfuckers on the outskirts and whatnot. Black lives ain't safe still. So why are we all so comfortable just chilling?
Why is everybody so comfortable?
You gotta ask these guys, man. I don't claim to be a member of chaz or whatever they're calling it. I don't claim to be a member of that. I'm just a black person, black young person from Seattle.
But why were you? Because that front line was dangerous, and people saw that on the stream, and you saw quite a few nights. The reporters, we all got swept up. But so when I say we, I want to be clear. The media covering this, as well as protesters like yourself, collectively, we got smacked every night. Why were you putting yourself, like me, I was covering a story. Somebody asked me why I was on the barricade, I was covering a story. Why were you out there every night, up there on the front of the barricade?
Because for one, me personally, I've been harassed by SPD. And then on top of that, I have brothers, cousins, relatives that are all black, nieces, whatever, friends. We are black in Seattle. We have to worry about these police officers here. They're killing us like it's just the end of the world. Like it's going out of style or something. And it's not. That's the crazy thing. What makes somebody who lives in Bellevue's life or another white person's Seattle's life more important than mine? I got a 6-year-old nephew that wants to know why the police is killing cops. Or why the police is killing black people, excuse me. Why is a 6-year-old asking that question? You know what I'm saying? I'm here because I'm black and I live in Seattle. And I want change here. Feel me? I got family members who have family members that have been killed by the police. Shay Taylor is a family member of one of my family members, and in turn makes him my family too. He was killed by Seattle police. We're tired. I'm tired of it, bro. It's an ongoing thing. I got a friend, Sean Fear. He was killed by Seattle police. I'm tired of losing friends. I'm tired of losing family. I'm tired of this going on, bro. I'm black. I live here. Who's gonna stand up for home if I don't? Who's gonna stand up for my brothers if I don't? Who's gonna stand up for the people that I care and love if I don't? If I don't come out here and do it, ain't nobody else gonna do it. It took till now for Seattle to come stand up for itself. I don't have the luxury of waiting for people to come stand up for this.
So what do you think, and what do you want? What do you want to happen here? And what do you think's gonna happen?
I want this to keep going like this, but seek professional guidance too, though. I heard they want to step some mental health stuff going on in here, or whatever the case may be. Great, do it, but consult with people who are in those fields so they can actually give you proper advice on how to do that. And keep this going, keep it going, but do not forget that there's still other parts of this movement that need to keep getting pushed and keep going. Don't get comfortable with just this. Don't settle for this. This is not the end. This is not going to change. This is not just going to change the world. This is not going to change Seattle. Because we can be comfortable here and they're over there comfortable. I'm still uncomfortable when I leave here. You feel me? So if I have to be uncomfortable, should they be uncomfortable too? So let's go put some. It's cool. Listen, we enjoyed the victory. We got it. We got some rest. We're good to go.
So it's safe to say you out here to push the line.
I'm pushing that line, bro. Seattle, we doing this. We're the first U.S. city to put those two bands in place at the same time. Right. We're the example. We're gonna be the example. We're gonna keep being the example.
And one last thing, it sounds like that you're because you mentioned action, legislative action down at the Seattle, the City Council, that you're somebody who believes in the legislative change as well as.
I believe in it. It all has to happen for it to work. It all has to happen. Yeah, we can all come out here, white, black, we can all come together and do this together. But unless things change legally, for real, we're gonna be out here still doing this. Like, let's be real. Donald Trump just signed an executive order yesterday to ban chokeholds, except unless the officer's life in danger. That's why we're here now, because these officers always feel like their lives are in danger. But see, with our ban, there is no exception to that. It's just that. You can't do it, period. There is no exception. So everybody's waiting on federal change. Okay, yeah, you got that federal change with an exception that gets them off the hook. Except for here, there is no exception to our ban. Our ban is a city ban. There's no exception to that. You can't find a loophole. You can find a loophole in Donald Trump shit. You can't find a loophole in the Seattle ban. That's what we have to do. We have to change local stuff. Locally has to change. And then it can go to the state, and then the feds will matter. Then that stuff on federal level will matter to us here. But right now, that executive order he signed has this much effect on what goes on locally here. Literally, that much. We need to change the local stuff. We have to. Local legislation is how we're going to fulfill our movement and our purpose for this. Just don't get comfortable. Keep pushing this. I'm pushing lines. That's what I'm pushing lines, right?
All right, TK. It's been, man, I haven't seen you. Not to say you haven't been around. I don't know if you ever have, but I haven't seen you since the Western Barricade came down. So, you know what I'm saying? I see you out here, man.
Make sure I came back out here with the right mind on the purpose I came out here for. You know what I'm saying? So I took some time off to regroup my mind and enjoy it a little bit and get rested. Now I got energy. I got ADHD naturally, so I'm good to go. I'm do this all night.
All right, TK.
All right.
Yep. All right. I said, man, that guy, man, it was crazy because, you know, when we were up there filming at the Barricade, that was the littlest dude. Hey, everybody, Conversation Cafe right over here, and I'll explain that here in a second. But man, that was the littlest guy. At some points, it looked like the Barricade was taller than him. But this dude's voice out there, man, he was just grabbing megaphones, and it was a few nights, man. Hey, remember the night that the nights it was those young white kids, and they wanted to run towards the barricade, talking about they were ready to die, and all that. That was that little guy right there, TK. He was one of the guys that came out and was trying to, you know, put the human barricade there. Huh? What? I didn't hear you. Well, you got shut. Oh, so now, what are you talking about? Take it don't matter. Because I'm telling you something. It don't matter. Yeah, it don't matter. It don't matter.
Guys, Amari has got his live comments turned off so you can't comment on his video. If anybody knows of a way to get in touch with Amari, could you guys please make that happen?
Conversation Cafe. I was saying that TK was one of the people who that night when some of the protesters had dismantled the barricade, part of the Western Barricade, and there was these young white kids, man, from I don't know where, but they wanted to rush towards the police. And I'm sure somebody out there knows what day that is on the film, but that was, man, it was wild. And these kids were like, man, we're ready to die tonight. We're ready to, you know what I'm saying? We're ready to pop it off and everything. And man, TK was one of the people as well as Bobby Stills and Eric Calligraphy and G Prez and the Deaf Chef. Everybody formed like a human barricade until like 3, 4 in the morning, man. I mean, it was intense. You know what I'm saying? That was an intense night. It was out here. So this is the Decolonization Conversation Cafe. This has also become now a normal stop on our move around the Chaz. And so with this right here, the guy who started it, he said he came the first day with just 2 chairs and a sign. And this is what it's grown to. And people sit and they have these conversations about, I don't know what they talk about, I'll be honest with you. But I'm assuming what they're talking about is a lot of the issues at hand and the issues that are, you know, playing out or being addressed by CHOP. But, you know what I'm saying? Oh, okay, so hold on. They got, oh, those are the rules. Agreements. So, yeah, so these guys, they come and they have their discussions. There we go. Hey, what's good? How are you? There we go. I think that one thing that we're finding is, again, the lights are still on here at Cal Anderson Park. One thing that we're finding, and I did exactly what I said I was going to do. I don't see Nate. That's the only person I wanted to interview today, and she represents one of the women's groups out here. I didn't get to talk to her tonight. I don't have her number, but hopefully I get to see her tomorrow. If I don't catch her anytime out here tonight, is that you know, a lot of the people here today were saying, you know, that they were unaware what was going on. They were unaware of meetings. They were unaware of you know, a lot of these other things in regards to the barricade and everything else. But, you know, I mean, it's also, guys have made it clear that their way of governance and management here can make itself difficult in regards to anybody trying to directly negotiate. You know, I mean, and that's the thing, when you intentionally have a leaderless resistance and all these other things. Now, what we did here is like what they're working on with this General Assemblies and everything. And you heard Greg Hausch, who was out here, one of the guys who was one of the key people in the Occupy movement, said that they're trying to. Hey, what's up, man? Yeah. In the Occupy movement.
The top Portland feed guys should come back. Should come back.
That on bringing the learnings of things apparently that's worked and hasn't worked in these kind of occupations over here to the CHOP. And I mean, you know, it was a lot of honesty and sincerity in the conversation. Guys were like, hey man, this protest didn't necessarily start with the objection of, you know, guys having a precinct and all this other kinds of stuff. That wasn't like originally how it set out, but you know, that's kind of where it's at. And it also sounds like different parts of the protest group here have, you know, I mean, you got some people who are like, well, negotiations with the city have moved too fast, at least on these things right here, because they're still formalizing their leadership through General Assembly and through committee and through all of these different things, right? And so that's one thing that we hear. And we hear other people who are like, you know what? You know, the chief, fire chief, is, you know, he's come out here. These are the people who said that they were the representatives and everything else. I mean, several meetings. And I will say from our side, these guys, there was 2, I mean, clearly our media platform isn't as big as others, but, you know, I mean, we stream. We gave up the first day we did by phone, and we streamed. They got doing pho over here. You guys got a pho tent, huh? Oh, let's see over here. You guys are doing pho, huh? What the pho? Okay. Okay.
We're just trying to give some demo names out.
I got the pho out here. I mean, man, we see. Like I said, I did an interview with Eater earlier. They were talking about the culinary options in the chop, and I might have done the interview kind of too early because I was like, well, you know, it's kind of limited. Tonight we come out here. There's some guy who's doing his gourmet stir fry. Somebody else out here, they got their pho, and somebody, you know, I mean, man, they got a lot going on. But
I was saying earlier that, and I think it's weird, but at the same time, the food that's here right now, and it's all pretty much free, is better than you usually get it by the Seattle.
Yeah, guys out here, they're out here showing out now. You know what I'm saying? I still think I got a big pack of energy bars and oat bars and guides and everything else. I got more water than I could ever want. You know what I'm saying? But you know, like it or not, the city, with agreement of this committee that the city has met here, you know what I'm saying, Chief Sam Zimbabwe earlier today on the morning show, you heard Sam say that, you know what I'm saying, he really sees that the alignment here of the barriers and building the paint walls and everything else, see it as the city of Seattle reaching out an olive branch, you know, to the protesters and to the group that they've met with. It's over here. And so the city, at least on this level, the logistical level, and hold on, let me see what you're saying here. On the logistical level and everything else, and at least within those departments, which is fire and Medic 1, which is SDOT, and the public utilities, I mean, and this is a group of people, we call them the Three Amigos, who have been out here walking the chop every single day since the Western Barricade fell. You know,
so at the moment, guys, we'll listen to Amari. He's live in Chop. He is the host of the morning show from Chop. Hopefully he will be broadcasting that show again tomorrow.
So, you know, I mean, that very well might fall into what we were saying, is that people who carry a lot of weight, not a lot of baggage, who, you know what I'm saying, carry a level of respect with the protesters or with the occupiers or whatever, you know, whatever the proper reference is right now. But I think that fundamentally, you know, these guys are going to have to get it together. And in any negotiation,
Trying to find you guys another Portland feed because things tend to get excitable at the Justice Centre. In fact, Eric Greatwood, it doesn't look as if he is at the Justice Centre tonight. This is a location I have not seen before.
You know, that they're having a problem meeting with Councilmember Sawant directly. Now, in her defense, she is a council member. So they said that she sent her representative. I'm not one of these people who say, like, everybody needs to be everywhere every time. But, you know, I mean, this is...
As I was not streaming last night, does anybody know if the guys were at the Justice Centre last night? Did anybody watch any feeds from last night? Can somebody confirm if the protesters were at the Justice Centre?
Between council members Sawant, be interesting to see, even though it's this within the municipality, is like, where does this fit into the county? Whose county district is this? But you know, and the protesters.
Syndicate, thank you very much, buddy.
Elected representatives and everything else. Like
and thank you to you guys in the YouTube chat that have also confirmed.
Come out and meet with him today, but then, you know what I'm saying, we've talked to other people today, and they're like, oh, okay, well, they're having discussions with the mayor and everything else. So even with that, you know what I'm saying?
Does anybody know Eric Greatwood's current location in Portland? Do any of you guys recognise where he is at the moment? Top centre feed. Does anybody know where that is in Portland?
And everything else. Could it very well be that the city is ready, willing, and able to sit at the table with you know what I'm saying, the credible entity from this side, but that the protesters on their side, that person or that entity hasn't emerged? Or can it be that, man, there's a group, a super group here that's really representing a higher level of operation around the protesters that's already, you know what I'm saying, in negotiations? Could it be that some people are already talking to the council member, but
We've
other
got
people
some
just don't
really
know?
amazing
Could
high
it be
quality
that, you know,
footage coming from
one or
CHOP.
another group's talking to
It's
the
a
mayor's
very
office and
nicely
others?
well lit area,
So, you
so
know,
the footage is
it's
always amazing from CHOP at night
it's
time.
just important, you know what I'm saying? Where's Ben at? I mean, you're just pointing. He's in a car? Is he standing? I don't see a ladder. Oh.
The Portland protesters are on the move.
So we're gonna go talk to Ben.
I'm just going to check in with Portland Police to see if they are live streaming tonight. Doesn't appear as if Portland PD are live streaming tonight. They may do later though.
Multi-talented man up there.
Man, what don't you do, Ben?
Oh shit, what's up, man?
How
we doing?
Man, I'm alright. How you doing?
Somebody asked earlier in chat if CHOP has ladders. Well, there is your answer.
You come up in a lot of stories lately. Oh man, well, you know, it don't worry. It's stories about the barricade, not the other stories. Yeah. So,
right, so we're getting confirmation that this is the Justice Centre. It just looks like a different view to what I am normally used to.
You know what I'm saying? And he was still right there, too. It's like, man, these guys, they got me like 5 times, bro. But are you guys safe? I'm like, man, what? He's like, man, you know what I'm saying? I just want to make, man, you're my guys. Want to make sure you guys are safe. And he's like, and Bobby's like, bro, man, look at your pants. Look at this. Look at that. So, you know what I'm saying?
Wonder if that guy's making some repairs and CHOP there. He's doing something on the ladder.
Still bruised up, huh? That's what's up. We won't keep you, Ben, man. Once again, yeah, no, we'll be right. I know we're supposed to do a podcast too, but you know, you were right over by us when we were shooting. You got a shot with a lot of them rubber bullets, man. So I just want to tell you, man, that, you know, thank you. Thank you, bro. I'll catch up with you. So that's Ben, and Ben, the last night when the Western Barricade came down, I mean the night before it came down, that really had to be, I think, one of the funkiest nights, man. And we were sitting there filming and trying to film, and man, these rubber bullets just kept coming at us, and you just hear them through the air. Ben's just standing over there, man. He took 5 bullets right there. I think Bobby got hit a few times. I didn't get hit that night, but a lot of the reason why is because Ben was standing there and he was taking all these rubber bullets. So this is my first time seeing him since that night. Wanted to make sure and say thank you to him. And he's gonna come on.
So it doesn't look like that Portland feed is going to come back. Let me see if I can find another Portland feed to replace
all
that.
kinds of stories. It would be interesting. I mean, I don't think the police can really talk because they're police and it's whatever. But, you know, it'd be interesting to get police and public safety people as well, you know what I'm saying, on the flip side of everything. Because right now, of course, I have access to protesters or access to other journalists and things like that. So, of course, that's the people it's easiest for me to talk to. When you go up there, you'll see you'll see an interview we did with the pink umbrella lady. The lady who was holding the pink umbrella, things like that, and Bobby Stills. The Central District's in the building. So. We do each other's voices. Everybody can do my voice better than me, man. Thank you, Samantha. So, we're recording. So, Ben's going to be on an episode of the podcast as well. You know what I'm saying? Put a voice out there. But, again, like I said, what we're seeing here is... What we're seeing here is that we're in a space where, whatever's gonna happen, and the tribe might feel like, man, the time is on their side. They're like, hey, we're not in a hurry to form our leadership in a formal way until X,
Thank
Y,
you for
and
that
Z.
information
They
coming
might
out
not
of
necessarily
YouTube
feel
chat.
that
Thank
they're on
you.
the clock. They might feel that they just want to move things the way that they want to move it. And there's the flip side of that as well, as to where you very well might have the city who wants to move with a sense of urgency and getting to whatever the resolution is going to be. But I do know this, that it's like in anything, man, guys have to move with one voice. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Greg House, man, I know you're listening. You're like, man, I keep telling you how to say it right. But this is the guy, the Occupy guy. I mean, you heard what he was saying. It's like, man, they need to have a daily press briefing. You know what I'm saying? They need to have a press office here. They need to put out their messages. They need to, you know what I'm saying? I mean, apparently it's a lot of stuff that goes into occupation. And, I mean, it's quite a few people that are learning on the job. And, I mean, I can't really fault people for that, but it's a steep learning curve though, and so you know what I'm saying, you gotta get on that curve.
Right, boys and girls, I'm going to leave you with the feed for 5 to 10 minutes. I'm just going to take a little break and get a fresh coffee.
The chop has changed. It's changed with heavy cement blocks that are topped with wood boxes for art. And barring the occupants here going and getting a big bulldozer or what they brought in these cement blocks with, I think these blocks are going to be here for a while. Now, two of the concerns that we heard was from protesters who don't agree is the sovereignty of the space. Basically, just the principle of it. Like, man, they consider their territory was their territory. But the other thing is that they now feel that it's a more unsafe space. Hey, cross the streams. They feel that it's a more of an unsafe space, and I can tell you why they feel that way. As you gotta remember, before this whole street was closed, there was no cars that were allowed through here. Now, when this opens, what they're saying is car could come through here, they could stop at one of these barricades and do something. And so it's actually brought or brings the general public much closer to the protester. As you can see, here's the Conversation Cafe. And so what people are talking about, the occupants are talking about, is that someone can bring a car through here and boom, there they are, that close to the protesters. So, if you guys missed it, I think within the first 30 minutes of the stream, we talked to a guy named Mark Anthony. He's the second interview that we did on here, and Mark Anthony kind of broke down, what CHOP is about, this occupation protest, and what they're trying to do with that and everything else. Is very interesting. It's very interesting, and it'll give you some insight as at least to what guys over here are thinking about this particular situation. But like I said, this is the news for the day, and it was big news. We actually caught it here live on the morning show, and a reminder that we're back tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. on the Morning Update show. Live here from the CHOP. Yeah, Cheryl, there is a website that the Chop has and the original Chaz has. I don't have the web address right here, but I mean, these guys, they move fast.
I am
I
back,
think they're even
chat.
on
I'm just having a
Wikipedia
little
now and
break,
all
just
kinds
having a cup of
stuff.
coffee.
You know, it's out there.
There's the new
also
barriers
Twitter
that were installed today,
for the Chop.
earlier
I
on
think it's called the
today,
Chop
or
Press
yesterday,
Office,
depending where you
something
are in the
like
world.
that. So you know, you very well might get some of that information there. But you know, my job is
If you were in my live stream, you would have seen the trucks arriving on site, unloading them barriers and moving them into position. That was all streamed live on our Twitch channel.
The camera sees, and that's what we want to continue to do, is just show you what the camera is seeing right now. We talked to quite a few people tonight. We got quite a few perspectives from people. I hope that those perspectives that are shared were helpful to you guys at home, and actually seeing like what different people think. Talked to the young man, Native American Carver over there. Talked about his uncle, his deceased uncle, John T. Williams. We talked to TK. Talked about coming out and pushing the line. We talked to Payday, and we talked to Mark Anthony, who were both over there at the General Assembly and discussed their role in the GA and what they're trying to do there. We talked to Greg Hausch, who's an organizer, who is out here kind of working and organizing with these guys. We tried to talk to a young man over there who said that the King County Health Inspector came over here and tried to shut them down. We tried to reach Council Member Zahalai. I'm sure we'll speak with him in the morning and actually get some follow-up on that. I mean, for me, it's like, man, the inspector came or didn't come. You know what I'm saying? The argument of if they did come and why they came and everything else, that's those guys. But I want to know, you know what I'm saying? Because if it's not true, then we need to dispel that right away. And if it is true, then, well, then there's another fact to be able to put on it. But, we don't like to leave things lingering here. We like to get to the bottom of things as fast as we can and get you guys the best information as possible as far as things go. So, as usual, man, look at these guys keep coming back with food. They're eating good tonight. Look at these guys. They're like twins, even though they don't look alike. Eric and Bobby Stills. This guy, man, they're always eating. That burger you got the other day was fire, though. What is this? No, bro, a pretzel's not what I need right now.
This is my friend was trying to go paint a mural on one of the businesses down here, and he's a professional muralist and an artist, man. And he came down here, he knows the business owner, and, he asked if he can do it, and he comes back, and somebody, was already painting over it, and they messed up. They didn't just do the wood on the wall, they went over the dude's.
Is that the stream sniper with the headphones in? Is that the stream sniper, guys?
We know this guy, he's a business guy, he's really cool, and he's super nice. And how much you got to pay to get that door replaced? You know what I'm saying?
Man, yeah.
So that's the kind of stuff that's going on here.
I wonder if he can hear me talking through my feed into his ears.
It's affecting them negatively, They should kind of work. And some of them don't want to work with the local business owners, and that's, I guess, their way of protesting, man. I don't know. I don't think it's smart, mind. It's just sad. In my opinion.
Yeah, of course. Your opinion. So, other news, what I'm saying, I'm sure you guys heard on
a lot of people are saying he is the stream sniper, and he is the guy that spoke to Dan earlier on.
Locally, nationally, internationally, gave a lot of analysis and everything else. We're doing the best that we can, at the moment, but it doesn't allow us a lot of the resources that we used to have.
Thank you, YouTube chat. Yes, that is the guy. We're being confirmed that is him. Thank you very much, Stream Sniper. Thank you very much.
It's a very small team of people who are just really trying to work their best, and we don't get a lot of sleep, stuff like that. So a lot of the local news we're covering it, but I know that, $100 million. One of the things you guys always say is we put paint where it ain't. And so, Converge was never created to be a breaking news source. You know what I'm saying? And be honest with you, the big news usually has a monopoly on all the bad news. The
Sam, you did not
but,
need to do that.
Is
Sam,
on the street level. You know what I'm saying? And talking.
I hope you can afford to do that. Like I said earlier, if you can't afford to basically throw that money in the bin, if it stops you getting hookahs or blow or any other kind of drugs or alcohol, please do not give me any money.
What we want to continue to do is is just that, and just tell you what's going on. And this really is the biggest story in our city right now. And we're
Sam, thank you.
doing our very best here to be able to put as much resource as possible and to be able to keep you guys informed and updated and everything else. But most importantly, for you to just be able to see, like I said, what we see. I mean, and a lot of you guys have been with us for since May 29th. You know what I'm saying? And it's been a minute. You guys have been with us and you've seen a lot of stuff, and we just kind of just show you as to what it is. But what I was saying is that the city council, unanimous vote, they banned the use of a lot of the weapons, the non-lethal weapons that we saw during the Western Barricade standoff over here. And then they also banned the use of the chokehold completely. And not to be, we saw the President Trump sign an executive order about the chokehold. There's a caveat in there where it says, unless the officer feels his life is in danger. So so the city council did take action today, on those 2 points. So tomorrow, what we want to be able to do is we want to follow up with the county, so we get to the bottom of that. We should have our report ready from the north end. You guys remember this guy Gus a few days ago was talking about the north end and the issues that they're facing out there. So we have something on that. We want to reach out to Council Member Sawant's office and ask her what her plans are. Some people we've been talking to here said that they've been in discussions with her office, so it'll be good to be able to get an understanding about that. It's been plenty of times we've been out, we've talked to people, and people said that they're looking for her. And you even heard me say, hey, this is the district, these are the people. We would like to actually hear from the council member and be able to get a understanding from her perspective of what the plan is over here. These are her constituents that she represents. And as we go into Juneteenth, it's going to be interesting what Juneteenth looks like over here. And going into what looks like it's probably going to be a good weekend as far as weather, what that's going to look like over here as well. And there's always the other curveballs that seem to come in every day, over here. But I think that if we were to put it kind of like, everything on it, like I said, the city put these boxes down, and, the one thing that from the city side that they're struggling with is like, man, who's the voice or the voices? It can't be musical chairs. It can't be every time that the city's sitting down with somebody, or is it like, oh, you represent this or represent that? From the protester side, it looks like, they're getting their general assembly together. They're meeting. They've gone deep into committees and all kinds of stuff like that. We hear that there's an executive committee, but we also hear people saying, and man, I wish that we had this conversation on tape earlier, but I have a lot of conversations just talking to people and didn't even think about it or whatever. But we were talking to one young man, and he was like, man, well, you know what? where there's not going to be a leader, because every time there's a leader, you know, somebody gets killed or this and that. And I was just like, man, yeah, I mean, unfortunately, that sometimes, man, that's the sacrifice that people are making, and when you put yourself out there as a leader. But as a leader, it's like, you know, I mean, I'm not wishing that on anybody. I don't want anybody to take that the wrong way. But it's like, man, at some point, somebody is going to have to come out, you know what I'm saying, and say, you know what, I own this. And this is a difficult thing to own. I'll be honest with you. Ownership of anything is hard, but you find that people, you ever work somewhere and there's just an exemplar employee or something, because they just take ownership of everything. Like, man, I'm putting this burden on my back. I'm going to do the best to my abilities. If it messes up, it's my fault. If it succeeds, I'm giving the credit to everybody else, but I'm going to own it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what people do, is they put themselves out there, and it's tough because you expose yourself too. Like, man, what if I fail? What if it doesn't work right? Everybody knows I'm the leader. Everybody knows I'm this and that. But, you know, I mean, and it very well could be that that's the old school thinking that I have. You know, these guys are saying that, you know, I mean, it's the new math. And the new math is there is no leader that's put out in front, and it's all decentralized. And, you know, someone talks to a committee and they talk to this and that. And I'm not saying that my viewpoint is right or anything, but I'm just saying that it's like, what's going to be crazy is this. Here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to put this out there, is that if there's not a leader right now and they go decentralized and everything else, right, then that means that if the protesters or the occupants, I guess now at this point, say they win everything they want, they get 100% of everything, I guess that also means that, like, nobody's showing up for the press conference either, right? Nobody's going to have the book out, you know what I'm saying? Chop, the revolution won. Nobody's going to be on the TED Talk. You know, nobody's going to be like, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I mean, because that's why...
Guys, if you've been watching these streams for a number of hours, please make sure you get a drink and something to eat.
It's just going to be interesting, like I said, to see, you know, what occurs. We're going to continue to stay on it, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I want to see how this General Assembly plays out. I want to see how these meetings play out and everything else. And I mean, we talked to some real serious people here the last few days, and we see that, you know, I mean, the people are seriously working on their agenda. You know what I'm saying? They're seriously working for the outcome that they want to achieve, and they're trying to refine their systems and everything else. Like I said, from the city's point, it's like, man, you know, who are we going to talk to, and who are we going to negotiate with? So, let's see what happens. Yeah. You know, Kimberly, there's a poster up here that says it has a poster, and it has an umbrella and a water bottle on it that says the most dangerous weapons of 2020. Yeah, these guys, man, it's the Arts District. You find everything up here. So, yeah, let's see what happens. You know what I'm saying? I hope that you guys, you know, we've been together for a few hours out here, but I hope that you guys were able to see, you know, get some understanding of what's going on, at least today in this moment in time, from the chop and everything else. I hope that the interviews that we had today were kind of insightful and enlightening, and might have learned something from different perspectives. Looks like, as usual, every night we got some homework for us to do so we can come and report back to you tomorrow. You know, I want to tell everybody, man, I appreciate you. I appreciate everything you do. You know what I'm saying? If you're able to donate anything, that's cool. If not, man, that's cool too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for me, it's really about just keeping this message out here of, you know, being able to deliver what we see to you guys day in and day out. We'll be back. You catch me tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. For the morning update show. I think we got some stuff going on in the afternoon, And then also we're going to have some special Juneteenth coverage coming in on Thursday and Friday as well. So they're going to deploy the actual streaming setup out there to some Juneteenth events, so you guys can see that. So, man, again, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all your comments and everything, and I try to read as many as I can. There's a lot of them, and thank you for being so interactive and everything. And I'm gonna get out of here for tonight. I'll catch you guys at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning, man. God bless. Peace.
somebody was watching our stream recently, and they messaged me directly, and they said that, you know, they loved what we were doing.
Guys, another reason why I think it might be a good thing to have the trolls in here for now, not only do they boost our algorithm, they make it to where a lot more people can see the stream, but they also need to be learning that what they're saying is false and that they need to be changing their mind. You never know if one of these fucking people change their mind from watching this stream. It could be a super fucking racist person watching the stream, and maybe the stream can change their mind. You know what I'm saying? People on here saying the most outrageous things. I've literally seen trolls turn into supporters from this stream. So we'll see if we can convert some of these trolls into supporters. If not, then they're gonna be sitting in the comments talking to themselves. Ingrid, thank you so much for your support. Much appreciated, Ingrid. Shout out to Ingrid. Thank you, Taylor. That's really dope. Guys, Taylor Snyder says, if anyone needs a safe place to stay, me and my roommates have extra beds near PSU. Shout out to Taylor, guys. That's super dope to offer that. Question: how do you explain to a 16-year-old what is going on that is scared? I actually had to, be a part of explaining a 6-year-old what was going on, and pretty much all we did was we kept it real and kept it simple. Just explain that.
Sam, thank you very much.
For many years,
good night to you.
Black people have been treated unfairly. And
to the rest of the chatters,
that police have been taking advantage not only of black lives, but many lives. Of course, white people have been killed by police too. But they have been taking advantage of their power. And I kind of just had to sit there and explain that police can be unfair. You shouldn't be afraid of them, but you shouldn't also trust every officer as well. It's a hard thing to have to explain, and that's why I'm out here fighting for this, because I don't want to have to explain this to my son, 10 years from now, 6 years from now. And that's another reason why I'm out here, not only to document for you guys, but I have to be here to, for my own cause as well. Marsha Wallace says, I was a troll and you kept me and I've enjoyed following you. Marsha Wallace, thank you so much. I'm glad that you're part of this, Desiree, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that support, Desiree. Does that kid have a gun? I don't know. I haven't seen anybody with a gun. I also want to explain another thing. My approach on this whole live streaming thing while being downtown, me explaining what's going on. I want to be that personal outlet for you guys. Rather than just walking around holding a camera. You guys hear my voice often because I want to voice how I feel to you guys in more of a personal way. It's hard to explain. I want to keep this about emotional, like how I'm feeling emotionally, how I feel about everything that's going on, and that's why you guys hear me talking often. All right. While we're waiting for the rest of the group, we're gonna take a little safety meeting. I'm gonna set the phone down for a second right here. Safety meeting. Hold on. All the extra noises are a little aggravating. Jade, thank you so much for the support, Jade. That means a lot. Shout out to Jade, guys. was somewhat successful. Got a little bit in. I haven't even started on this one. Do you have any way you could open this for me? Hell yeah, bro. Much appreciated, man.
Right, guys, where are we up to? What's going on?
Good shit. Thank you, Mariah. I appreciate it. Thank you, bro. Much appreciated.
Be safe tonight.
Hell yeah, bro. You too.
You're like fucking just live streaming.
Thank you, bro.
Hey, man, respect for the nation tattoos.
Let's have a little listening to Lucky Bamboo while the Portland protesters march on to wherever they are going.
Changing or sharing perspectives. This is against each other. We're puppets of that. Yeah. Yeah, well, some of this almost feels intentionally done. You almost wonder, what is this a distraction from, really? Like, I almost don't even, if this is the distraction, I almost don't even want to know what's happening on the back end. Like, because if this is the distraction, they're doing some, like, really gnarly stuff up there to distract us, which I don't even want to know. But during times of
where is everybody in the chat from? Do you want to shout out where you're from so I can get a rough idea of where the viewers are?
Groups of people
I am in Newcastle in the United Kingdom, England.
Purposefully, and their intent is to inject, like a false reality in order to create this division or divide. And so
the Twitch chat is starting to respond. We've got Canada, Germany.
Ironically,
I get what you did there, Chris.
Maybe
Pittsburgh,
the highest. So
Arkansas, Florida.
Interestingly enough, throughout all of this, you don't hear much
Another
about
Florida.
Bezos or Bill Gates.
Botchler, one of my moderators, does an amazing job.
They both are to all of this. I mean, with Bill Gates and whatever vaccine things that people were talking about with him, Bezos has just been silent in the media. That just makes me, it's usually the guys that are not talked about that you got to just wonder, like, what? Yeah. I definitely like to believe.
What's going on in the
more,
YouTube world? Chat, what you guys up to over on YouTube on your own monitor?
My experience out at
on the end of the desk there, you guys are on your own monitor. And what's going on in YouTube?
This alternate way of society being able to function. And I think that's why the garden is like so beautiful. It's got this like poetic aspect to it. It's like planting the first seed for
got
for
Kentucky,
what could be
Cincinnati, Nebraska,
where monopolies and stuff are
Florida.
no longer
Some guys
no longer,
talking to us
no longer
from the
needed.
Congress over in America there. Southern
But yeah, well, thank you so much,
Oregon,
everybody, for being here tonight.
Chicago.
For
We got a
following.
pretty big next bag. Hello,
I'd like to
Diane.
apologize
Miss Fu, have you just woke up?
to,
Good morning, Diane.
Emartronic, who said you are not deep. Yeah, sometimes I wish I could be deep. You know, that'd be pretty.
Diane, if you're going in the kitchen, like, could you just knock up a bacon sandwich with maybe some black pudding and some onions? Like, if you are going to the kitchen, is that like a possibility?
8 nickels. And you guys have a good night.
A little bit of brown sauce.
So I did for days while you're sharing the garden. I have to differentiate
a little bit of salt and pepper
somehow, but it's not just for the sake of differentiation. I do feel
fried bread, yes please, Diane, yes please.
I don't know, it just doesn't feel like the garden's getting any coverage, and to me, the garden is it's just I don't know, it's metaphoric.
Can I have some toast with the fried bread as well?
And, yeah. Well, yeah, thank you guys. Good night. I'm going to turn my car on and that will automatically turn the stream off for some reason. Oh, it's because the Bluetooth connects. Let's see.
Damn. Diane knows her place. I'm only joking. Alright, let's sort these feeds out.
It looks like the people that are in all black tonight are more than likely Antifa people. I do not have a sense. I don't have a feeling that there's like a bunch of white supremacists here or anything like that. Last night there was definitely that vibe.